Where are you tuning in from today? I'm the mom who said yes. And I'm here to talk about how one decision can change it all. Okay? Just remember, all things are possible through him who strengthens us. Okay, I used to think I'd missed my moment until I said yes. Y'all, I need glasses so I can see you. And a light. How about we do a quick little commercial for this light? Crazy, huh? Let's pick the best. That's my favorite color. It's slightly blue. Makes a big difference, doesn't it? I will say that when I use my glasses, though, it gives me a little bit of a glare. But not real sure how to overcome that unless I got contacts for reading. Reading contacts. All right, let's invite our friends. Who wants to invite a friend today? Any chance you want to invite a friend on? I don't really know who wants to come, but everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So I used to think I'd missed my moment until I said yes. I'm Tiffanie Teel. I'm a faith-driven entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur since 2005, and I help women build with purpose-led, from a purpose-led faith. Okay. And we build businesses that work with their life, not against it. And today we're talking about how one small yes can change it all. It can change it for your faith, for your family, and for your finances. And let me tell you, I need a change in a couple of those areas. And so I had to make some decisions recently. As a matter of fact, I still face a couple additional decisions. But I found what felt so much like it had been missing from my online business since 2018. So what if your next breakthrough isn't doing more, it's just saying yes to the right thing? Drop a 1 in the chat if you've ever felt like you were too late or too busy to start again. Has that felt like you? Yep. Well, thanks for the invite, but I cannot jump on. I'm in the middle of a conversation with my people, my moms. So for years, I was doing good work, right? I was walking in full obedience. I was building from my own strength. I'm sorry, I was not. This is the season where I wasn't walking in full obedience. I was building from my own strength instead of from God's strategy, from what he's called us to do. And then I said yes to what he was nudging me towards. And that yes included a journey where I said, God, I'm going to go into business with you. I need you to be my CEO because you know me. I will run and I will go full time and I will forget why I am here and what this is all about. And it is about balancing faith, family, and freedom and making sure that I didn't miss any time with my kiddo. So I built online. I thought I was building online, rather. Actually, what I was doing was building websites and brands for other people to get online. I had a website, so I thought I had an online business too. But I've learned recently that that was drastically not true. And that is why my leads and my leads and referrals, sorry, I drew a blank there for a minute. My referrals went dry. So I had no recurring lead generation going on. I was building and saying yes to all the ideas, and I was getting so excited about them all. I'd build it out, but guess what? I wouldn't share it. So I thought I was building on my own, and I just thought, when is it going to be my time? When is it going to be my turn to be successful? When are people going to do business with me so that I can create a passive income? But really, I was blocked and I had blinders on, and I couldn't see that I was holding myself back. I was too smart and too good for my own shoes. But when I finally said yes to a system and admitted that I needed some help building online and to learn what it actually meant to build online, that's when everything started to begin to align and started to make sense. So I was able to open my eyes and see what I wasn't doing before and what needed to be done in order to move forward and actually build something online. So the program that I said yes to was the Legacy Builders program. And this program became a way for me to live my value out loud so I could serve, steward, and simplify. Most important, it's to simplify, because I spent years spinning my wheels trying to figure out these online systems, and I was doing automations. I was using systems, but they weren't simple systems. They weren't systems that I could quickly pass off to someone else who wanted to get online. They weren't systems that I could help other people duplicate. And so it was almost like I was holding on to my skill set. And even though I said I was sharing and I was teaching and I was helping other people, I really was afraid to let go of the talents and the skills, because I was afraid if I shared them, I wouldn't have enough business. Now, is that a place of fully trusting God to bring me the business that I needed? Was that truly walking in partnership with Him? This yes to Legacy Builders is what brought me clarity. It's creating new income, and it's providing a new space of peace and not pressure. If you know there's something you've been delaying out of fear or perfectionism, drop a yes in the chat, because sometimes obedience is the strategy. That's right. Sometimes obedience is the strategy. Today, I want to talk about 3 truths about saying yes. Are you excited? Drop a 1 in the chat, or just a yes or a yes in the chat if you're excited to talk about 3 truths about saying yes. Let's make sure my mic is still on. Yeah, we're good. Can you hear me? Okay. Number 1, yes builds momentum. Have you ever felt that? You know, you don't know the whole plan, but you know just enough, and you have just enough faith to take that first step, and you're so excited to learn. right? So excited to learn. Obedience always is going to create movement. That's right. Obedience will always create movement. If you're liking what you're hearing today, stop where you are. Don't leave the chat. Hang tight. Invite a friend. Invite a friend to come over and listen. We're talking about 3 truths about saying yes. Every time you say yes, you can create momentum that's new momentum in your business, and most importantly, in your belief. We need to believe in ourselves. Am I right or am I right? Drop a yes or a yes in the chat. Every time you say yes, you create new momentum. The second point that I want to make today is that faith builds confidence. Confidence isn't found in the credentials, but it's built in the small moments of obedience. Mom, the more I trusted God's process, the more capable I actually felt to show up for others. Yep, the more capable I was to show up for others. Faith isn't the fallback plan. It is the foundation of peace in business. Can I get an amen? Drop amen in the chat if you're feeling it, if you hear me. Okay, who wants the third step? The third truth about saying yes. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. Stewardship builds freedom. How? Friend, freedom doesn't come from doing it all. As a mom, don't you feel that? Freedom comes from managing what matters most. That's right. So when you steward your time, your systems, and your gifts, God will multiply impact. Drop a 1 in the chat if you want God to multiply your impact. So the 2-hour Workday Blueprint that I downloaded and really looked at for about 10 months, I felt a calling. I knew that it was going to fit into what I was doing perfectly. I did not realize how perfectly it was going to fit until I got to a specific part of the coaching program that I had going on with some ladies. And then I was like, no wonder God introduced me to this. I'm learning things that I want to pass on to other people. And the 2-hour Workday Blueprint helps you do just that. It helps you focus on what actually moves the needle without losing your rhythm or your rest. Have you ever heard of the 2-hour Workday? How many of you know how to use it? Drop a 1 in the chat if you know the 2-hour Workday. Listen, maybe today your yes isn't about building a business. Maybe it's just about saying yes to showing up again, to trusting God with your next step. I'm having to trust God with my next step. I know a lot of people who've stepped into digital marketing and it's taken off for them and it's gone super fast and really well. For me, I'm a slower builder. I always have been, and I'm not sure what that means or when it will be my turn to build fast. But honestly, I don't care about that because I know I'm being prepared in the process. Okay. So I'm saying yes again. I'm trusting God with my next step. As a matter of fact, I'm having to say yes to something that's actually really hard to say yes to. I'm considering a part-time job because when I check my bank account, the funds aren't there to pay all of the bills that I've committed to paying for my family. I don't know how your household operates, but to run a household and raise a family and to eat every day and to have a car and the gasoline to drive yourself from point A to point B, it requires a lot of money. It is not cheap to live these days. Am I right? Drop a yes or a yes in the chat if you understand what I'm saying here. So I feel like the right thing for me to do. I don't want to ask my husband every month to help make up for my lack. It hurts. It hurts my heart. I want us to have more wiggle room, right? I want to be a yes mom. And I'm learning how to build that freedom from just using my phone. I'm ready to go from the no mom that's burnout to the yes mom who can say yes and have more time to spend with her family. I want more focus time, y'all, because I'll tell you the truth. Right now, when I'm with my family, I'm distracted. I am distracted by what I'm not able to do. So I knew it was time to learn something new and make a change. Is taking on a new job admitting failure? I don't think so. I think it's actually an act of faith. And so I'm exploring and I'm trusting that God will open all the right doors and he will close the rest. Because I believe we can build income and impact that honors our priorities and not replace them. But I do believe that we are called to be obedient. And part of our obedience is to step up and make sure that we take care of our responsibilities. So how am I doing that? The first thing I'm doing is I'm learning digital marketing. I'm in the Legacy Builders program, and I am learning how to market my business online, something I've never done. I have built product after product after product, program after program. I have services that I offer and that I'm really, really good at, but my referrals have run dry because I've never marketed myself or my business. So I'm learning how to do that, and I'm here to now help other people do the same thing. And I know that we are going to make big changes in our future and live from a place of abundance because God has promised us that. He did not promise us lack. He wants us to live in freedom, and it starts with him. If you're ready to build with intention and peace, comment called and I'll send you the free 2-hour Workday Blueprint, otherwise known as the Freedom Formula Blueprint. It's one and the same. It's the same framework that I'm using to work smarter, steward well, and stay present. And it is a work in progress. I'm not here to promise or to make claims that it is an overnight process, but I know people that it's working for overnight. Don't get in your own way like I sometimes do. You can also grab that now at my link, which is TiffaniTeel.com, right? .com/my links. TiffaniTeel.com DOTCOM my links. Don't forget the / there. And you can grab that. It's there and it's called a grab your digital marketing blueprint. Listen, friends, I want to reassure you that you're not behind. If you're over here with me today, I'm going to make it simple for you. Let's just drop that right there. Okay. Get you a little, oh, hide that. There we go. I'm sorry. Use this QR code right here. It'll take you straight over to grab that workbook. I want us to promise that we are okay with where we are. We're going to accept that, be grateful for it, and remember that we are being prepared. But we have to say yes. Our yes is the starting line, not the finish line. We're not behind, friends, okay? All right, let me say a prayer real quick for those that need to jump off. God, thank you for reminding us that obedience is where peace begins. Help us trust your timing, steward our purpose well, and say yes with confidence. We ask these things in your name, Father. Amen. Enjoyed being with y'all today. Love you so much, and we will meet again on Monday. See you then.